What is happening, YouTube? I'm hoping you guys had a pretty good Saturday today. Although aside from this Clippers loss, of course, this is not a good Saturday for Clipper Nation. But I mean, pretty much like aside of that, hopefully you're doing pretty well today. But the Clippers had a back-to-back loss. Um, Wednesday night, it was a really good night for the Clippers. I unfortunately managed to miss that game. I was on a little vacation, and Russell Westbrook had a mega masterclass on Wednesday night, and apparently Russell Westbrook was shooting like Klay Thompson that game, and that was just that was definitely exciting. My apologies. That was pretty exciting to hear that the Clippers had a pretty good win on Wednesday. But Friday night, last night, I managed to catch the game because I just returned back home from a little vacation, and the Clippers, oh man, wow, we pretty much wet the bed last night and tonight. Um, Last night, Russell Westbrook, he did not have the best shooting night, but he contributed with getting 11 dimers. Kawhi Leonard had one of the most weirdest type of playing time ever. So in the first half, he got minutes as regular. Second half, he got no minutes. That is wild. No minutes at all. And Ty Lue pretty much ran one of the worst lineups ever in the whole entire second quarter, which pretty much costed us the game. Um, Plumlee, Gordon, Powell, um, who else? Bones, and I don't know, but it was a terrible five guard lineup, and we were pretty much getting fried. And I don't think even Terrence Mann played in that lineup. That was, oh my gosh, no forwards, just four guards and a center who's pretty poor on defense. I think, oh yeah, Russ too, but he played a four guard lineup and not even one forward. That is unbelievable. And then of course, the Grizzlies just caught up to us, and everything was just pretty much falling apart. And then it resulted to the Grizzlies just eventually blowing us out. And then we got to see some young guns playing in the garbage time. Of course, Brandon didn't manage to play because he had a little tailbone injury or something like that. I don't know, but we get to see a little bit of Diabate in action, and we got to see, let's see, Diabate and Coffee in action, and then of course Bones got more minutes. Bones, shout out to Bones. He's definitely part of our future for sure, and of course he's been doing his thing with the Clippers. Much left for him, but Coffee, he was more decent last game, and also we got to see Moon in action. Um, you know, he made some threes and all that, and then Diabate, who I really don't want to. I don't. I'm trying not to repeat it, but I love what he did in protecting the paint, and he definitely did his thing on Jaren Jackson Jr., which I was pretty impressed with his garbage time minutes. Um, you know how I feel about Musa Diabate, you know, but and also not forgetting Robert Covington barely got any minutes last game, which is still unbelievable. And now this game, um, Ty Lue seemed to coach okay within the first three quarters. He even got Covington a bit more involved, and then the last, like the fourth quarter, he coached pretty horrendously. He pretty much had Kawhi, um, mainly Plumlee, and then not Zubac till like what the fourth quarter, and then he had Powell, he had Russ, and he had Mann. So it's still a three-guard lineup against pretty much a team whose best scorer is a wing. And Brandon Ingram, oh boy, he cooked Terrence Mann, he cooked Norman Powell, he cooked Rust. He was cooking all three. And then any of them could have been mainly Powell. Powell could have been subbed in for like a Robert Covington or a Nicholas Batum. Well, definitely Covington for sure. But he Ingram was just eating. Ty Lue just let Ingram eat. And of course Plumlee, you know, he's been a mega traffic cone. I thought Zubac should have played more sooner, in my opinion. Let's look at how he distributed the minutes tonight. So, Batum only got 24 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. To be fair, last game he was getting cooked by Ja Morant, but the guy who should have been getting more minutes is Robert Covington. Like, that man received gazillions of DNPs, and now we're about to be inside of the plane, just because how Ty Lue um, does how he uses Robert Covington. 16 minutes. Come on, man. And that guy was playing defense. He was playing his heart out. He has his hustle and everything. Unbelievable. Very unbelievable. And Kawhi Leonard, he could do so much. 40 points, eight rebounds, 4 assists. Like Kawhi and Westbrook could do so much, man. Like they literally played their hearts out, and Ty Lue just ruined it for the Clippers. No clue, Lou. What is wrong with you, bro? Come on, man. Zubac, he only played 30 minutes, brother. Come on now. 30 minutes. Plumlee was getting murked on defense. And the guy who got DNP, Musa Diabate, I personally think he's the better backup guy than Mason Plumlee because I like Diabate's defense, but man, Ty Lue can't even do the basic, bro. Like Covington, not even at 20 minutes. Like he should be out. Covington should have been closing, honestly, because we all know how good his defense is, and we all know how good he can space the floor. I mean, his shooting night doesn't really support it, but Covington has done nothing but good for us. Um, Powell, welcome back, but um, I kind of feel that Powell is he sometimes gets pretty overrated by some fans. Some people wouldn't even want to flip Norman Powell. Personally, I think he's actually very expendable, in my opinion, because we have so many shooting guards. We got a lot of guards. We got Highland, we got Mann. Let alone you got Boston Jr. sitting all the way at the DNP. Personally, I think I would like to see Boston Jr. get some actual like main rotational minutes because Boston Jr.'s game, um, we already know what he can do, at least to my main audience. So Powell, like he could get buckets, but his defense at times he could sag off at times, and also like he is more on the underside as top guards, and he at times could get hot and cold as well too, and sometimes it's good to identify the perfect opportunity because Marcus Morris, he looked really good last year, and then this year Marcus Morris had a really big drop off. So Norman Powell, I mean that's just my unpopular opinion. Um, you could definitely get a first rounder from Norman Powell easily, and the Clippers could use some picks for some extra insurance, and we do have a lot of twos. So I'm personally putting Norman Powell in my I'm on more of my expendable list, but you know he's to be fair, of course he's been pretty rusty for the past 2 games, well 3 games actually because I didn't see the first one, um, but he got double digits, but um, and he also got 6 turnovers too. So a lot of people want to talk smack on Russ on his turnovers, but that boy got 6 turnovers as a shooting guard. So yeah, he's known to get pretty sloppy with the ball. And then of course You got Bones Highland. He didn't have the best shooting night, um, of course I like to have he definitely pushes the pace. Terrence Mann. Um, this game, Terrence Mann did what he could, but he was getting fried by Brandon Ingram because Brandon Ingram uh, bigger. He's like a wing, and Terrence Mann he's more of a he is a wing, but he's more of a little bit of undersized wing. But I thought it would have helped so much if Powell would just move to the bench and Covington was played like pretty much the whole entire well at least like the the last minutes of the fourth quarter, and it would have been a good matchup to have Covington guarding to be the main guy who guards Brandon Ingram, rather than it would be like Terrence Mann, and then then Ingram could just simply switch on to Russell Westbrook, who's even like who's an okay defender, I guess, but Russell Westbrook is not known for his defense. But the Clippers, they're in danger mode. But the good news is we do get a lot of rest. We have 3 days rest, and we play against the Los Angeles Lakers. And I think we should take the W against the Lakers just because we have a lot of rest, and the Lakers do play a back-to-back, so there's no excuse to lose this. And the Clippers, we got to get out. We cannot fall into plan. We just cannot go inside the plan. That's just a no-go. If we go inside the plan, I think there's a good chance that we're screwed because you don't want to take the risk of, getting eliminated from the playoffs. So at least just stay out the seventh and the eighth seed. Maybe get the Kings in the first round or get the Phoenix Suns. Supposedly, yeah, I get that the Clippers are scared to face the Suns, but personally, I don't think the Suns as scary as what people would think because the Suns, their chemistry is more on the is like it's raw. Like they got Kevin Durant just like a month ago, and they don't have any actual depth. I mean, okay, so they got aside from KD, Devin Booker, um, DeAndre Ayton, and CP3. Who else do they have? They only have Bismack Biyombo, who's an okay backup big. A Kogi, Torrey Craig. I think they have campaign, but that's just about it. So they don't really have any depth, and the Clippers just have better depth overall. But again, it depends how Ty Lue is thinking because we all know Ty Lue has the perfect tools, but that guy just can't even do the basics, fundamental. So we have to pray on his mental health if how if we do good in the playoffs. So that's my personal opinion. If we do face the Phoenix Suns in the first round, so Clippers, just please don't try to just duck the Phoenix Suns and just lose so you can avoid the Suns. No, just make sure you get into the playoffs. Who cares who we face at this point, bro? Our goal is not to go inside the play-in. And then the Kings, on the other hand, um, we've been losing to the Kings a lot of times, but the Kings' defense has been pretty atrocious, and they did lose to some bad teams like the Timberwolves and all that. So, and also they did lose to the Utah Jazz without Kessler and Sexton and Markkanen. So there's a chance that we definitely could still beat the Sacramento Kings, but they are like the Walmart Denver Nuggets. So, but let me know what teams would y'all like to face in the first round. Um, the Suns or the Kings, or maybe the Grizzlies if they somehow manage to lose enough games to be the third seed, or if we get the seventh seed. Um, I mean, ideally, I like the Memphis Grizzlies, but you don't want to get into playing. It's not worth, trying to get the Grizzlies and go into the playing. Just stay out of the plan, really. But I'm gonna just recap the Pelicans a little bit. Of course, Brandon Ingram, you let this guy eat. Ty Lue really let this man eat for 36 points. He put the ridiculous three-guard lineup, no Batum or Covington. That's a recipe for disaster. Um, I know it sounds easy to say, but I mean, at this point, it really is. This is just beyond ridiculous. Herb Jones got a solid 12 points. They went to the free throw lines a lot too. The refs, they favored the Pelicans a lot. But again, this does not excuse Ty Lue's pretty poor coaching decisions. Jonas Valanciunas, he dominated as usual. He got a double-double. Double-double on our head. CJ McCollum, he shot pretty cold from three. But he managed to get 19 points. Trey Murphy, this dude also lights our head up. Bruh, put a hand on Trey Murphy. Jeez, Jesus goodness, man. And then their bench units, they didn't do like too much, but really, simple mistakes just caused Brandon Ingram to get almost a 40 piece. And, um, you know, Ty Lue, of course, him not putting good defenders led up to Brandon Ingram's 8 assists as well too. So Ty Lue's coach, Ty Lue, man, this guy has been nothing but stress for the Clippers, really, and we got a back-to-back loss. A back-to-back loss. The Pelicans continues to cook us, and that does not hide that Kawhi and Russ had a mega masterclass tonight, and you still managed to lose that. That is definitely far from inexcusable. And if we lose to the Lakers, this will be a complete embarrassment. No way you should lose to the Los Angeles Lakers with a 3 days break. So if the Clippers lose to the Lakers, this is a complete tragedy. This is going to be a complete tragedy if we do manage to lose against the Lakers. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't. But anyways, let me know how you're feeling about the rest of the season. Let me know what you think how the Clippers are looking. Do you think will Ty Lue eventually wake up and tighten up with his rotations? How far do you think can the Clippers go in the playoffs? You think the Clippers um, you think will the Clippers get bounced in the second round or before, or you think can the Clippers still try to find a way and pull it through? Let me know what y'all think in the comment sections. I know it's been a little bit of a while that I uploaded, so I'll try to get more consistent, which I should. But anyways, have a good Saturday night and definitely have a good Sunday tomorrow. And take care. Much love. Peace.